What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So I have some breaking news. That is, former NBA player Iman Shumpert was arrested Saturday at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport for marijuana possession. All right? I believe the amount on him was over 6 ounces of marijuana. And he also had, I believe, with him a magazine about guns, in particular Glocks. And I think he had some ammunition as far as for a Glock, but not the actual weapon on him. He was arrested, taken to the airport jail without incident. I think the charges against him would be something along a class 1 felony or something like that. Look, at the end of the day, I could go on a tangent about NBA players and how dumb they are and all this, but Iman Shumpert is in a different stage of his career, all right? For all intents and purposes, even though he's only 32 years old, I believe, his career is pretty much over. I don't look at this as an NBA player who needs to be worried about his bag and, an NBA player who needs to be worried about reprimanded from the league or blackballed from the league. He's not really, technically right now, he's not even, he's not an NBA player. So I don't look at it like that. I look at it more like, will this hurt him in the long run? And see, and I hate to look at it like this, but I don't think marijuana should be fucking illegal anyway. I know, look, I'm not the dictator of the United States, and what I feel and my viewpoints aren't the rule, but I think most people will agree with me that, number one, prostitution should be legal. And an even larger percentage of Americans now agree with me that marijuana should be legal. And it's just stupid. And I'm not going to get on here and call this guy dumb and then be hypocritical and then go somewhere and smoke weed myself. And, because some states it's legal. Where I live at, it's legal. As long as you do it in the home. Now, in public now, I think in some states it's even more progressive. You can go out in public and do it. Some countries are even more progressive than the states here. You can go out and smoke it, sell it, distribute it, and you're fine. And they have the lowest crime rates in the world. At the end of the day, Iman Shumpert, I think he's a good man. The fact that he was more concerned about not being able to see his daughter speaks volumes. He just got caught in this situation. I can only imagine how much drugs, and I mean more real actual drugs, get successfully transported onto airplanes by passengers who don't look assuming, grandmothers who might smoke it. But look, we got to think about something here. People got to think about this. Remember, the grandmothers that we grew up with, they were born in the early part of the 20th century. Got to remember, a lot of the people who are grannies now were hippies, right? Remember Woodstock and the counterculture and peace and love and women's liberation and fucking and sucking everybody? Well, guess what? Those women are now in their 70s, a lot of them. Their 60s and 70s. We're not exactly dealing with Ma and Pa kettle here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what I'm saying is, man, you'd be surprised who smokes weed now. And who are smoking weed and get away with it. And it's handled differently. And it's looked upon differently when they do it, as opposed to when we do something that's always criminalized. So at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck that this guy got caught doing this shit, man. If anything, it's just gonna be, look. At most, I think he's gonna be fined. Maybe some community service shit, Look, I don't remember Alex Caruso doing a damn day in jail. Most of these players don't. I'm not gonna get on here and make a mountain out of a molehill, and I dare ESPN and Fox Sports to talk about this, but you niggas still ain't talking about fucking Miles Bridges because only because he's affiliated with Clutch Sports and LeBron James. Period. That's the only reason why Shannon Sharp ain't bring his ass on TV and talk about Miles Bridges. But I don't want to hear nothing about Iman Shumpert and all this bullshit. I don't give a fuck. But anyway, tell me what you guys think.